Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today's reading, I really felt like I needed to sit down and do. I'm still a little bit sick, so thank you for bearing with me as we go through this reading. But I had this idea, this inspiration popped into my mind about looking at the butterfly effect and how it affects your life or how it's playing out in your life that you don't see. And I felt like I needed to sit down and do this reading. So that's what we're gonna do. We have the 3 options to choose from today. I'll put them up on the screen so you can take a look at them. We've got butterfly number 1, which is the bright green butterfly. Butterfly number 2 is the pinkish purple one, and butterfly number 3 is the blue one. So use the timestamps in the description box or the chapter notes below to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. If you feel called to more than one, that's totally fine. Just use your intuition to take the messages within that reading that feel like they are for you and leave the rest as these are general readings. All right, guys, we'll see you there. All right, hello, butterfly number 1. You guys chose the green butterfly, and we're gonna find out what the butterfly effect is that's going on in your life right now. So for those of you who don't know, the butterfly effect is essentially when something very small and seemingly insignificant has a massive ripple effect or effect on something that is seemingly not connected to it. So if you guys have ever seen, I think there was an actual movie with Ashton Kutcher, and it was like called The Butterfly Effect. So I can't remember. It's been years since I've seen that. But essentially, we're going to find out what is kind of going on in your life right now that may be affecting you through that butterfly effect, or that you are affecting change. Okay, there's one card that I'm already seeing. Awaken, the number 1. With the Awaken card. Okay, so this is like a massive ripple effect in your consciousness expansion. You are, opening the heart, because they just showed me the butterfly opening and expanding and flapping its green wings in the heart center, right there over the heart chakra, which is the color green, by the way. It's the green ray energy. So you guys are going through a massive heart chakra awakening, and there's been multiple factors that have influenced this. That's what they're showing me clairvoyantly right now. There's been like this chain of events. So certain relationships, certain experiences, certain sort of things that would just randomly happen in your life, or people that you'd randomly come across. These are all very important for you right now, and they've all led up to this point of you starting to expand and awaken your heart. So what does that actually mean? Well, the heart chakra is to do with our love in general, like love as a frequency, love as a state of being, love as a state of consciousness. So it's beyond I love myself, I love others. It's I love, period. End of statement. It's I love as a state of I am. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you here. Now, that does apply to how you love yourself. That does apply to how you love other people and the wider world and all living beings for that matter. But I'm seeing it here as you really being able to embrace and enjoy life, because love is the operating system. Love is the state of being. So this is a very expanded level consciousness, and I think that's why this has been such a pivotal thing that's been happening in your life. Yeah, look at that. You have the number 10, compassion. So again, we have ones being emphasized here. Number 1 in the Awaken card, and then 1-0 in the compassion card. And compassion is the energy of love awakened through the heart chakra. So you guys, this is the butterfly effect for you. It's leading you down a path of higher heart activation as well. So it's not just the heart chakra, which sits about right here in the chest. It's also the high heart, which sits about right here. So this is the activation of divine compassion. Oftentimes, the higher heart chakra can lead us into service to others because we have this intense and profound state of compassion that becomes a part of who we are, that we need to do something with that. We need to express that. We need to share that. We need to help support other people. We need to bless them. We need to teach them. We need to support them. This is how we enter into service to others. So I see you guys really, look at that. You can even see in this card, she's got that high heart chakra there. Right? So this is you guys really expanding your consciousness and stepping into your higher role here in this lifetime. And all of these seemingly innocuous or inconsequential things in your life have been kind of compounding and collaborating, if we will say that, to support this ascension for you, because that's what it is essentially. This is ascension that we're talking about here. Okay, we're going to move to the Angel Answers deck. Let's get more information about this for you, group number 1. This butterfly effect is powerful for you. It's sending you on a journey within. It's helping you to expand your consciousness. It's bringing you to a state of compassion that you've never felt before. And it's helping you to let go. Look at that. We have the let go card. Now, the heart chakra is about forgiveness. It is about letting go. It's about releasing. It's not holding on to things. A blocked heart chakra can show up as holding on to things, not forgiving, not letting go, being in this energy of resentment or bitterness or a lack of forgiveness for self or others. That's a dead giveaway that there's something blocked in the heart center, or the heart center has closed itself down as a self-protective mechanism. So check for bitterness, check for jealousy, check for envy, check for like holding to grudges and things like that. That is a symptom. That's not something wrong with you. That's a symptom of a blockage in the heart chakra. And so it's through this energy of compassion and awakening the heart center that you are really going to be able to let go more easily. Because you just kind of, when you step into this state of consciousness of love, it's all about acceptance. Everything is love. And so you can fully accept and let go of things. And that doesn't mean that you become very passive and wishy-washy in life. No, it's actually quite the opposite. At least that's what I found in my journey, is that it actually allows you to be a lot more intentional and persistent with what it is that you want to create. And what you choose to create becomes a labor of love. It becomes a passionate approach. It becomes about how you can share and be and spread that compassion in the world. Okay, let's see. You also have not the right time. I'm going to get a clarifier on that. Not the right time. Maybe you felt like it wasn't the right time to do this, because that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like maybe you've put this off for a while, because doing heart chakra awakening work, you guys, it's not easy. It does cause you to have to face all of the parts of yourself that have kept you from love. Right? So these are the shadow aspects of the ego, where you self-judge or you judge other people, where there's criticism that's been internalized for self or others, where there is a lack of forgiveness, or there's a feeling of disconnection, or there's a lack of compassion or lack of understanding. It's a lot easier to be in that energy than it is to be in a state of pure existence and acceptance through love. It's a lot easier to just be like, nah, screw it, everyone's stupid. Or, it's not my responsibility. I see that person suffering, not my problem. It's so much easier to say that, but it's not the truth of who you are, because the truth of who we all are at soul level is love. That's the fabric of the existence of all universes, right? Okay, so love is everything, and love is who and what you are. Whether you are willing to admit this to yourself right now or not, and I think most of you probably are, because you would not have found your way to my channel if you weren't already on this path of love, okay? Because that's what I'm about. I'm a love leader. And so if you've followed me, you are a love leader too. And I feel like there has been times in your life, group number one, where you felt the resistance kick up around being in this experience or expression of love. Maybe it felt like you weren't empowered enough to do so, or maybe you felt like, why aren't people having compassion for me? How can I have compassion for them if they don't have compassion for me? But this is about awakening to a whole nother level of consciousness. It's an entirely new perspective. And in doing that, it's like you can really begin to grow your sense of self in relation to other selves, because that's what the heart chakra understands. It's like, I am me, yes, but everyone else I see around me is also me. That's where divine love comes from, is because it's like, oh, I am everything. And everything is me. And if I love me, then I love everything that is also me. So the first step is loving yourself. And I think that's why maybe this felt like it wasn't the right time, because there may have been resistance to that. I know, at least for me, there was a lot of resistance to loving myself in the very beginning, because we're so conditioned not to in this world. We're conditioned to judge ourselves. We're conditioned to internalize the criticism we see around us. We're conditioned to have a very disconnected sort of perspective. But I see you kind of coming out of that, group number 1, and there's a reason and a timing for that. Let's see what else we have. The 10 of Coins. Wow. This could have been related to family too. It depends, right? It depends on your family, your upbringing, and the way that you were conditioned in your early life. But it's like, if you can learn to unpack some of the experiences you may have had that did lack compassion, then you can better see the opportunities to embrace love and compassion in every situation, even if they're challenging or difficult, because your perspective shifts, your approach changes, and you're better able to really have that compassion because you see the connections between all things and all people. So I really feel like the 10 of Coins here is a good indication that your ability to relate to the world around you is improving, and that the time is now to start building a legacy of love. That's what it feels like. And letting go of anything in the past that has kept you from your growth. They took my mind, or they took my sight to the bamboo in the back of this card. I don't know if you'll be able to see that there, because my camera doesn't like to focus. I mean, if I put it here, will it focus on it better? Kind of. Okay. So there's like this bamboo in the background that is growing, and it grows really, really fast. But I'm pretty sure bamboo like sits under the surface for a long time and it doesn't grow. And then once it breaks the ground, it really grows quickly. So I feel like you kind of, you did a lot of percolating under the surface, group number 1. And it took a long time for those roots to anchor fully down so that you could shoot through the surface and really expand and grow. And I see this happening through your lineage, like through your ancestral line. I feel like you're probably a cycle breaker, which means that you may not have always felt the love surrounding you or within you in your upbringing or in your life up until this point. And it had to be a very conscious and intentional choice to choose compassion, to choose love, to choose to awaken, to choose to break those cycles and those karmic patterns of conditional love or codependency or pain and suffering and trauma. It's a big responsibility to open your eyes to that and to open your heart to that, more importantly, to open your heart to that and choose not to repeat that pattern unconsciously anymore. That's how you stop passing it down. That's how you create a legacy of love rather than a legacy of trauma and suffering. Because a lot of what we experienced, whether you relate to this or not, this is a very global issue. A lot of what this world is suffering with is patterns of trauma that have been passed down unconsciously. And this is part of the reason why this butterfly has flapped its wings and created this butterfly effect in your life, group number 1, is because it's important that you learned these lessons for yourself, not lessons of suffering, but lessons of how to overcome and choose compassion and choose love in any situation. And that also includes choosing love for yourself. So this doesn't mean backing down and being passive and being a doormat. No, quite the opposite. If anything, it kind of causes you to rise up and challenge these things and say, no more. I'm not going to accept less than I deserve because I love me. And because I love me, I'm going to treat me with respect. I'm going to treat me with love and compassion. And I'm going to do the same for everyone else because I understand that they are also me. But that does sometimes necessitate that you set boundaries and that you say no and that you disconnect from certain versions of you that are not willing or able to respect and awaken to the compassion that you have. Because people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. It's cliche, but it is true. There's a reason that statement is repeated so often. It's because it's true. And so when you choose to meet other people as deeply as you've met yourself, that's on you. That's a reflection of you. Not how they choose to respond to you. That's not a reflection of you. That's a reflection of them. So leave that as it is. Forgive, let go, move on, and keep showing up as your best self through compassion. That's going to lead to a legacy of love that is going to change the world. It's going to spread. It has a ripple effect in and of itself. So it's extremely valuable. The 10 of Pentacles is the value card. It is the legacy card. It is what you have come here to leave behind on this earth. And maybe it's children. Maybe it's breaking the family chain of suffering and trauma and producing children who are happy and healthy and significantly more awakened and compassionate than you were or the people who came before you. You know, it's like leaving the world better than you found it. That's what we're here to do. That's especially what we're here to do as love leaders. Let's see, you also have the Eight of Coins, overcoming suffering through this understanding of it and choosing not to hold on to it. Because, you know, she's holding this prickly, let me see if it'll focus there. She's holding this prickly pentacle in her hand, and she could be flying free with the geese behind her. She could transform and just be free, but instead she's holding on to these prickly pentacles. This is the physical suffering. This is the attachment to the physical experiences of life. But the heart chakra is saying, awaken, let go, be free, fly free. Don't let those shackles hold you bound to this third dimensional space. You are more than that. You are more than the experiences. You are more than your suffering. You are more than the internalized things that you lived at the hands of someone else's trauma being passed on to you. You are more than that. And you were destined for more than that, group number 1. You're here to be the love that you needed. You're here to be that for yourself, and you're here to awaken that within others, whether or not they're ready for that. When you approach someone with love and compassion to a degree that they've never felt, they might not be able to receive that fully or even understand it, but I guarantee you, you are planting a seed. Unconsciously or consciously, they will remember that. And that is the ripple effect. That's the butterfly effect that you are creating. That changes time itself. So when I see not the right time, what I'm actually getting from this card is that every moment is the right time. When is it the right time to love? Every single moment. When is it not the right time to love? Never. It's always the right time to love. So if you can let go of the attachment to the suffering, let it go and choose compassion, you're going to see the abundance, and in more ways than one. It's going to be an abundance of inner connection. It's going to be an abundance of connection to the people around you who really vibrate at that same frequency, whom you resonate with, your soul family, your soul tribe. They may or may not be your genetic family. We have many soul family members, and they can incarnate into any physical genetic line. So surround yourself with the people that feel like family, in the sense that they love you unconditionally and you love them in the same way. And I do see prosperity of finances as well. You have the 10 of Coins and the 8 of Coins. These are 2 cards of financial, material well-being and abundance and prosperity. So the more that you can awaken your own compassion, let go of the suffering or the attachment to it, the more that you can really embrace the growth of stability in your life in all forms, because as within, so without. If you embrace this energetic stability and abundance through the energy of love in the heart and the high heart chakra, and you put that into action, you put that into service, I guarantee you that you're going to see a flow of prosperity come to you. Why? Because you are standing in alignment with Source. You are being the divine power that you are always meant to be, that you, not just even that you're meant to be, that you are. It's just you finally kind of shed the layers that were telling you that you weren't that, you know what I mean? And you move out of that and you just become who you always were. You're more authentic. And as a result, you see the flow and prosperity of abundance manifest physically. And I do see this as a labor of love for you, but it's not going to be a labor of love that causes you to suffer in any way, shape, or form. It's going to be something that you love to do, because it's something that you really vibe with. It's something that you really resonate to. It's something that you feel called or passionate about. And there's a reason for that. So I'm curious about what that is. Let's get some coffee cup oracles. And speaking of coffee, let me have mine right here. Yeah, all right. So, but first, coffee. Oh, we have one that flipped over in the deck here like this. Tree. Stability and growth. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I was seeing there with the bamboo as well. It's all about the stability that you're creating within, and that fosters the growth. I'm seeing that with the 8 of coins, the 10 of coins, the bamboo that they were showing me there as well. And I want to say that it is the right time. This card of not the right time keeps calling my focus, and it's like, this is the doubt. This is the fear of, oh, it's not the right time for me to let go, or oh, it's not the right time for me to grow outside my comfort zone. It's not, it's not the right time for me to awaken to this next level. It's not the right time for me to step into service. That's not true, group number one. That's blatantly not true. And I'm going to call you out on that, because every time is the right time. Like I said, when's the right time to love? Right now. Yesterday, tomorrow, all of it, every single moment is the right time to love. And the more you can choose that intentionally, the more stability you're going to experience, the more growth you're going to witness in your life, within yourself, within your consciousness, and again, within your finances. So this really does have a very widespread effect on your entire life. And the more you're going to benefit from that. I've used this analogy before in certain readings. If you plant a seed of love, guess what? That's going to grow into a tree that bears fruit that have millions of seeds of love in them. And those are going to plant themselves into the ground, and those are going to become trees, and you're going to have a forest of love. And that is exactly what the 10 of coins talks about. It's like one person became all of the, or created all of this, right? So it's like, you can produce that seed of love, you can grow it, you can stabilize it, and it really expands into something that is far beyond you and your existence here. So after you're gone and you've stepped over the bridge into the other side again, you still have a legacy of love that you've left behind. That's what's important here. That's all that matters. The money, the career stuff, the empires that we want to build as humans doesn't matter. All that matters is love. Did you love? Were you loved in return? Did you choose compassion as much as you possibly could? Did you challenge yourself to awaken more compassion within you at every opportunity, especially when it was difficult, especially when it was painful? Did you choose love willingly? If the answer is yes, you have done your service. You have done God's will. And they thank you for that. I get fired up about love, you guys. Because it's my mission. It's my mission. And that's what I'm here to do too. The more people out here planting seeds of love, the bigger this forest is going to get, the more oxygen we're going to have to breathe. And that's going to sustain the planet, because love is the oxygen. Love is the air that I breathe. What is that from? I don't remember. It's like something, the Little Rascals just came to my head, and Alfalfa singing to Delilah, love is the air that I breathe. But it is, and especially since we look at the heart chakra being in the center of the chest, it rules the lungs. So quite literally, love is like the oxygen that our entire energetic system needs to be able to breathe. And I think that I'm mentioning this for a reason. So doing some breath work could be helpful here. Learning to master your breath can help you to awaken the heart chakra and step into more of that love, because the vital force energy that you are bringing in intentionally and consciously through breath work can help to expand the heart. Even if we look at a tree, the branches of the tree and the leaves are very similar to, if we looked at a scan of the lungs, the branches of the bronchial tubes, I think they're called, and then what are they called? The alveoli at the ends of them, the little sacs that absorb the oxygen. They look like trees. There's a reason for that. Another great way to awaken your heart and do some heart healing is to connect to the trees. Literally go outside, put your butt on the ground and sit and meditate with a tree, because I guarantee you that tree will help you to transmute some of the pain that you've experienced in this life. Your heart is heavy, group number one, and for good reason. You've been through a lot. I can feel that in your reading. Like, look at this card, okay? My hands shake when I drink coffee and don't eat anything. Siobhan, have more compassion for yourself. Eat some food. Okay, sorry. I'm never hungry in the morning, you guys. I don't know why. But the Eight of Coins here is like pain that you've suffered through this physical experience in this world. I think none of us get out of the earth realms unscathed, okay? We all come here and it's prickly. It's prickly. But it's how do we choose to heal those wounds? Do we choose to let them fester and rot? Or do we choose to look at them and lick our wounds or ask for help or seek out remedies? Because that's the more compassionate thing to do, right? So I think that's everything that Spirit wanted to say for you, group number 1, about this butterfly effect. It really does have to do with love and compassion. So the more that you awaken that within yourself, the more that you're going to see this ripple effect have such a positive outcome in your life and the lives of others. And you may not even fully see that, okay? But I guarantee you that if you live with this energy of love and compassion in every aspect of your life as much as you can, and nobody's perfect, so don't hold yourself to some unachievable standard of perfection. Just try to show up with love in every moment that you can. You're going to look back on that when you're in the spirit realm on the other side and you're doing your life review, and you're going to see how much of a difference that it made. Because when you do the life review, and I've actually experienced life reviews, not of myself, but when I'm doing Akashic readings or soul scan stuff for other people, I can sometimes go into the past life, and what will happen is they'll show me the time of death, and then I'll go into the life review with that soul as they are doing it. It's really cool. But I've seen it, and you don't just see it from your own perspective. You don't just see your life through your own lens. You actually see it and experience it and feel it from the perspective of everyone that you interacted with to a certain degree. And so you will see the positive effect that your love had on the world. And that's really, like I said, that's all that matters. Okay, so I'll leave it there. That is the message the Spirit wanted to bring to you today about this butterfly effect that is impacting you and that you are impacting the world with. So let it be love. Let your heart awaken and be the compassion that you came here to express and to experience. Okay, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. By the way, if you guys want to learn to read tarot for yourself, it's a really great tool that can help you to awaken more compassion in your life, because it teaches you about the symbolism and the archetypal journey of what it is to be human. It helps you to understand and speak the language of spirit, which is through love, but it's also through symbolism and imagery and feeling. And if you guys are interested in doing that, I'm putting on a course right now, and it's happening on January 3rd. If you can't make it live, you will still get the recording, and you can send me in your questions. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing another round of it anytime soon, because I'm going to be transitioning into a secondary course that's going to be coming out in February of 2024. So if you guys want to learn tarot, this is the one to do. And you can get the early bird discount if you sign up within the next, I think, like 24 hours. Because the early bird discount goes away on the 15th of December. Okay, so it's the information you need to book and to get that discount is in the description box below. So hit that link, sign up now, and I hope to see you there. All right, guys, sending you lots of love and compassion to awaken your heart and heal. Lots of love, guys. Bye. All right, hello, group number 2. You guys chose the pinkish purple butterfly. I'm slightly color deficient, not color blind, like I can see color, but I get pinks and purples, greens and yellows, reds and browns mixed up. So let's take a look at what this butterfly effect is in your life. Also, excuse me, I'm still a little bit under the weather, so if I sound a little bit snuffly or if my brain gets a little foggy, that's why. So let's find out, what is this butterfly effect in your life? I'm going to start with the Coffee Cup Oracle, because that's what I feel called to do. We have dolphins, playfulness and cooperation. And I've noticed that if I hold it here, it seems to focus a little bit better. But the whole reason I have this space open is so that I can put it not over my entire face. So anyway, you've got playfulness and cooperation. All right. Oop, we got another one right away. And you have endings and beginnings with the wheel. And then we're going to go into the Divine Tarot as well, or Tarot of the Divine, because that's what my finger just hit unconsciously and accidentally. So let me get more information on this. Playfulness, cooperation. I feel like there's something to do with the ocean kingdom or the sea kingdom, because you have dolphins and this wheel is like a ship's wheel. So there's something to do with like navigating through time and space. I just heard latitude and longitude. Yeah, so it's kind of like navigating your way through time and space, and it's almost like that's like the ocean of reality. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords, and look at this person in the ocean drowning, and they're trying to get into the boat, and this person has, betrayed them in that way. So, this is, I think, a really good indication that this is an ending of a painful cycle for you, group number 2, because the Ten of Swords is the culmination point. It is the ending. It's a painful ending, yes, but it's healing in the sense that it's over and it's darkest before the dawn. And I do see that dawn is coming because you have the playfulness energy of the dolphins here. So if you felt like you were drowning in the abyss, or you were lost and at sea, or betrayed, it's like you were sending out your SOS and nobody was coming for you, or maybe they did and then they saw that it was you and they were like, nah, never mind. This is actually ending this pattern, because that's what it feels like. It feels like a karmic pattern of fear that has restricted you and caused you to kind of cycle through this pattern of feeling as though you're going to be betrayed, feeling as though you can't fully open up and trust, feeling as though nobody is on your side. And I'm seeing that the dolphins are here to reawaken the playfulness within you, the cooperation, understanding and knowing that people can help you, that people do have your best interests at heart, but not everyone. Right? Not everyone does, but the right people do. And the energy of dolphins is also reminding me of like when people are, when sailors are lost at sea, or there's accidents that happen, they crash the boat or something like that, or somebody falls overboard, dolphins have been known to save them. And why would they do that? Well, it's an act of compassion. They see another living thing, even though it's different than them. And dolphins, whales, a lot of cetaceous beings are very, very compassionate. They have very active heart chakras. We were talking a lot about heart chakras in group 1, if you're interested in that. And they feel the vibration of that other person being in fear, and they want to help them. They want to save them. They want to support them. They want to, belay. I just heard belay suffering. Isn't belay like isn't that what do you call it? A seafaring term. Belay that. It's like, forget that, They want you to forget about the suffering. They don't want you to suffer. So the energy of the dolphins, specifically the dolphin animal spirit totem, is following you right now, group number 2. And they want you to know that the ending of these painful experiences where you have not felt supported, where you have not felt loved, where you have not felt that people cared about your well-being or about your existence in general, is coming to an end. Like, that's no more. That's being cut off, rather than your poor little fingers. Look at this. Ugh, this card's pretty brutal, but you're not going to have to suffer the way that you did anymore. And that's why this is all connected. It's all connected. That's the butterfly flapping its wings in this situation, is that all of these things are karmically tied together. That's what that wheel always reminds me of too. It's endings and beginnings that are very karmically, cyclically undergoing this process of repetition until we interrupt the pattern. That's the only way to break karma. Yes, it's through learning the lesson, and it's through forgiveness and all of that stuff. That's true. But from my experience working as an Akashic reader and doing karmic healing, not necessarily on behalf of others, but teaching them how to do it themselves, and also doing my own karmic healing, it's less about the compassion and the forgiveness and the understanding and the learning. And it's more about really just having an understanding of what this was, what set it into motion, why that didn't work, and choosing something else. And yes, that often comes from the energy of understanding and awareness, which fosters compassion, which fosters, a deeper level of love for the self and others. But mostly it's just like, are you going to choose something different? Because that's what really matters. It's like, you can have that understanding, you can have that compassionate wow moment and epiphany, and then you can go right back to doing what you were doing before, and that karmic pattern is not going to be cleared. That's not going to do shit. Sorry. It's not. So you really have to actually change your behaviors. You have to change your actions, because karma is just cause and effect. It's like, you put energy into pushing that ball, the ball's going to roll. It's going to have inertia until you stop it. That's all that karma is. It's not a judgment from the universe. It's not some divine God being like, you're going to get punished because you did a bad thing. Like, no, that's not what karma is. It's just an algorithm. That's it. It's an algorithm, and the algorithm is cause and effect. It's like gravity. It's like science, okay? So you can't outsmart it. You can't, there's no loopholes. You can't like think your way out of it. You can't force your way out of it. You can't dip out of it. You can't transfer it to other people. Well, you can, but there's going to be consequences for that too, because, all things in balance. That's the law of the universe. So I feel like this is about karma for you guys, group number 2. But don't worry, because the karma is not one that needs to continue to repeat. If you are able to choose to cooperate, if you are able to choose to love in a different way, and that includes yourself, right? The more you'll be able to step into this playful energy and choose different approaches to situations that you maybe wouldn't have done in the past. So let's find out what that is for you. What are you being recommended to do here? Yeah, the Moon card. Yep. And the 4 of Coins. I feel like there's a need to let go of the pain of the past. That's really what I'm seeing here. The Moon card is connected to the ocean. It's connected to the subconscious mind. It's connected to the emotions themselves, the ocean of emotions within. And it's like you're being asked to let go of some things in the past where you may have felt as though you were not protected, or you didn't have your needs met, or you didn't have the stability that you sought, or people were not looking out for your best interests. They were trying to prey on you and your resources, or they were trying to take from you or prevent you from having what you needed because they were looking out for number 1 and number 1 only, right? And that was not a testament of the way the world is, group number 2. That was a testament to the way that person's world was. But it doesn't have to be yours. You don't have to share that world with them. You can choose to see a better world. You can choose to interact with the world in a more loving way. And by extension, you attract those types of people to you, because the world is not a creation of objectivity. The world is subjective. And if we choose to create subjectively with intention a world that we would rather live in, it's not delusion in the sense that you are a creator being. And so what you choose to focus on, you give power to. What you give power to, you create more of. That's again the process of karma. It's like what you do, you create inertia behind it, and it starts to pick up momentum, and you start to see that as a physical reality mirrored back to you, reflected back to you. So if you believed that people were inherently bad, maybe even not consciously, maybe this was very subconscious, this may have been below the surface, but that would probably be the case if you kept repeating these patterns of suffering. So you want to look at that. Were you persecuted? Were people harsh with you? Did they abandon you? Did they neglect you? Did they take? If you keep repeating that pattern, you keep seeing those same people in your life, it's not them, it's you. I'm sorry, but it is. And I've had to face that within myself. It was a tough lesson, and it's an ongoing thing that you have to address. Choosing cooperation, choosing love, doesn't necessarily mean if I show up and be the loving version of me, then all the people around me are going to be that too. No, it's like there's always going to be shitty people out there. That's not a judgment. That's just their level of operating system at the moment. They're all divine being. They're all divine God. They're all you. But they're at different stages of their development in their conscious awakening. So yeah, they can be shitty with their actions, but they're not shitty inherently, okay? So anyway, side note about that. But the point that I'm trying to make here, group number 2, is that you can choose to love people and choose to see the best in them. And that's not always going to be the most freeing thing, because sometimes you might be overly optimistic and people will prove you wrong. They will prove to you that they're really only looking out for themselves. And that's not their fault. I mean, it is. Their karma is, they're still going to be their karma. Like, they've set some stuff into motion. They're going to have to deal with that eventually. But not getting yourself tangled up in that means not contributing to that energy, not allowing it to exist in your life. It's like, how do you choose to respond to it? Are you going to continue to allow that to happen? Are you going to let that jade you and bitter you and close your heart? Are you going to let that control the way that you perceive the world and yourself and your own worthiness? Because that's what gets you into that karmic loop. That's what gets you sucked into that pattern. Or are you going to choose to operate from the compassion that you know is available because you're the one embodying it? Like, you know it's in the world because you're in the world and you're being that. And if you continue to be that, but in a boundary-full way, rather than boundaryless, the boundary-full way, which hinges on you being your best self, but not allowing the worst, choosing to see the realistic things that people are showing you, taking people at their actions, not at their word, not at their energy, not at their potential. And it's not a judgment. You can still love and accept them for who they are, but that doesn't mean you have to participate or get looped into their karma or let that impact you negatively. So I see this being a lot of deep subconscious work for you. And this butterfly effect has really kind of converged in on itself to show you where you need to re-embrace your own playfulness, to let go of some of that pain of the past that has kept you stuck in a loop of feeling as though you're being persecuted or the world is against you. And it's maybe even led to bitterness in your heart. And the opposite of that bitterness is this carefree, playful energy that the dolphins are here to reawaken within you. But it's kind of like you need to look at it, you need to understand it, because that's how you clear the karma, is through understanding it and then choosing something different. So if you can look at it and go, oh, okay, so it was my approach to the situation and my actions that participated in these interactions with other people that was perpetuating that pattern. And so to solve it, I just need to be aware that if somebody gives me an indication that they're not for me, I just don't choose to participate. I'm going to take my energy elsewhere. I'm going to work with the people who prove to me that they can cooperate, or that they do have my best interests at heart, or that I can be safe with them to be my authentic self, to express my playfulness, to fully let go. It's discerning and choosing these things, because that's what gets you out of the karmic loop, group number 2. That's what gets you out of the karmic loop. And it honestly, group 2, it feels like your innocence was tainted. And that sucks. Like, I know how that feels, okay? Bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Wands. So you need to stand up for yourself here. That's how you heal this pattern. You need to have better boundaries. Like, that's the reason why I gave that word boundaryful instead of boundaryless. You need to be full of boundaries, because boundaries protect you and they help keep you safe and grounded and stable. And then as a result, you are imprinting onto your subconscious mind and into the karmic etheric field that you are worthy of relationships that respect you. And you are. And then you'll feel safer, and then you'll be able to feel this cooperative connection to other people rather than this competitive betrayal, self-neglect energy that was kind of percolating under the surface unconsciously before. Where did you learn that, group number 2? So I want you to ask yourself that. Where did I learn to abandon myself for the needs of others? Where did I learn to choose to bypass the truth of what someone else was showing me through their actions with hoping that they would be able to meet my needs, or persisting in trying to get them to meet my needs because I wasn't able to? Where did you learn that? Often it's in childhood, but when we're talking about karmic cycles like this, it can even be from childhood and past lives, right? Like, these can be patterns that have carried over for many lifetimes. So this is all coming together right now, though, so that you can change the pattern, so that you can break free from the karma. And the way that you're going to do that is through, first of all, understanding it. Like, this is what I used to teach my clients. Awareness is number 1. You need to have awareness so that you can understand it, so that you can then have compassion for yourself and the situation and choose a different action. So that's really it's like awareness, understanding, compassion, new action. That's what breaks karma. Like, I've seen it work for people that I've worked with. I've seen it work in my own life. That's the code. That's the sequence. That's the cheat code that you need to be able to break free. It's not a cheat code. It's like it's just like an actual code. But if you do that, you break the pattern. Sometimes there's layers to it, okay? I'll give you that. Sometimes it's not like a one and done kind of deal. Sometimes karma is deep and layered and multifaceted, and you have to go through different aspects of it. That's fine. Just keep doing that same sequence. You'll break free. You'll clear it. You will. You are. You wouldn't have been drawn to this reading if you weren't in the process of clearing this now, or going even deeper into another layer of it, or something like that, because that's what I'm seeing, is that you're doing some pretty major deep level clearing of the subconscious mind. You're letting go of some really deep wounds, and you're reconnecting back to the energy of cooperation, playfulness, trust, community, connection, being able to be open and playful and authentic, and not fearing that the rug's going to be pulled out from underneath you, or that someone's going to betray you or stab you in the back, or something like that. Interesting that you have communicate clearly, and this is the look at that, the dolphins. Sorry, I just got so... Dolphins. You guys, the dolphins, you see? The dolphin spirit is here for you, my love. And they want you to know it's safe for you to express yourself. It is safe for you to communicate authentically. It is safe for you to show up and feel supported by other people, instead of being your authentic self and then having people attack you for it, or reject you for it, or hurt you for it. It's like, no. That is done. Those were unconscious patterns of the past. Through that karmic process, we should make an acronym. Hold on. What was it? Awareness, understanding, compassion, action. AUCA. ACA. You guys, I'm a little bit loopy right now because I'm still a little under the weather. But this is the real me, so this is very representative of the energy in your reading. So you guys, use ACA. Use ACA to clear this karmic pattern and communicate clearly with people in a way that you are setting those boundaries and being able to express yourself more fully, and feeling a lot more stable and grounded in your ability to connect, collaborate, communicate, be understood by other people, which again is not always going to be a representation of whether what you're saying is understandable. Some people are going to be determined to misunderstand you because they're seeing it through a distorted lens, and that's not something you can change. I feel like this is you kind of understanding what is within your control and what is not, and choosing to direct your energy and focus and redirecting that karmic energy towards something that is more beneficial for you, that it is more harmonious, and the relationships therein are going to be more reciprocal. That's what I'm really seeing for you, group number 2. Yeah, let's get another card from this deck. I love that the dolphins really came up twice in your reading, because I was feeling that really strongly, that the dolphin spirit is with you. And I absolutely love the dolphin spirit. I knew this card was going to come out because it came out in group number 1, and I was seeing that from the 4 of coins. I was seeing the energy of letting go, or feeling it, but when I was feeling it, they were showing me this card in my mind. So yeah, there it is, confirmation. Spirit and energy don't lie. It's right there. So you guys need to let go of this old pattern of feeling like you need to overly protect yourself, or even to the other end of that extreme, to the other end of that extreme, underprotecting yourself, like guarding yourself internally, but then over trusting the wrong people. It's like you need to let go of this karma. Look at that bottom of the deck. It says take action. That's the last A in ACA. Every time I say it, it's like a cappella, like from, what is that movie? The singing movie with Anna Hendricks or Kendricks, what's her name? Excuse me? I love that I'm laughing so much in this reading because that's very dolphin energy. Dolphins are so playful and like fun-loving. They just want to embrace joy. They're very open and free beings, and that's the energy that they want to bring to you to help you to let go of this energy. It's like, the shadow of this has been so heavy on you, group number 2, that bringing more joy, more brevity to the situation is going to lighten your heart. It's going to help you to understand this and use ACA to your advantage, to excuse yourself from that karmic pattern. All right. I think I'm just gonna call it on this reading. I'm just getting too silly. You know what? There's no such thing as too silly, but I'm gonna leave it there because I think I've delivered the message that Spirit wanted to get across to you, group number 2. The butterfly effect is converging right now in your life to really help you to clear this karmic pattern, to let go of the pain and the suffering that's been stored in your soul blueprint, in the unconscious, subconscious mind, in the emotional layers of the energy body, and reconnecting to playfulness so that you can communicate and express yourself authentically, ending this karmic pattern and attracting the right people through healthy boundaries and self-respect. Boom. Mic drop. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you guys want to learn to read tarot, this can also really help you to dive into the intricacies of self-healing and uncoding the unconscious mind and the past lives. I feel like tarot is so undervalued and underrated as a tool for spiritual development and psychic healing. And psychic development too. It helps you enhance your intuition. It helps you understand, the deeper layers of the universe. It helps you to communicate with spirit because it's teaching you the language of symbolism and imagery and energy. So seriously, if you guys want to level up your life, learn tarot, and I'm teaching it right now. So we have Tarot 101 available in January. That's going to be a one-off class that I'm creating for you guys. There will be a recording of it, which will be available to the Soul Family tier of the memberships, and it will also be available for purchase as a download on my website after the fact. But this is the one and only live class that I'm putting on of Tarot 101 because I'm going to be transitioning into an intuitive development course that's going to take up all my time and energy in the new year. So if you guys want to learn tarot, do it now and sign up before December 15th for 20% off. Use the code EARLYBIRD, which is linked in the description below. Use the link there as well to book in, and I hope to see you there. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, group 3. Kitty is for confirmation if you can hear her meowing in the background. When I said hello, group 3, I almost heard it in my head, from the Animaniacs, hello, nurse. So I don't know if that's related to your reading or your message at all, but that was the reference that popped into my mind. So usually there's some kind of connection there, especially since we're doing a butterfly effect reading, so everything is connected directly or indirectly. So let's find out what this message is for you, group number 3. You guys chose the blue butterfly. I think that's blue. You guys probably know by now if you're not new to the channel. I'm a little bit color blind / deficient. So certain colors I can't see very clearly. All right, we already have 3 cards popping out for you. That was so fast. You have the Strength card with the lion. So strength and success is important in this butterfly effect. Romance and sweetness with the flowers. Okay. And coins, luck and money are important here as well. I'm going to get more information, I think, from the Angel Answers deck. So for group number 3, what is this butterfly effect that is impacting their life and expressing through this synchronistic energy? You have helpful people. Helpful people. Oh, okay, I'm starting to see it. And wait. I heard you just wait. Group number 3, you just wait. You just wait. Look for a sign. Yeah, I did feel like that energy of the sign was there. There's something that the universe has been trying to tell you for a while, or there's a sign that's going to be coming in that's going to be super, super clear. So group number 3, what I'm seeing right off the bat is that the universe is conspiring to bring you helpful people in your life. This may be through romance because the flowers are here with romance and sweetness, but I do feel like, yes, it might be romantic in nature, but it's also going to help you to strengthen yourself. It's going to help you to become more successful in all areas of your life. It's going to help expand your luck and money as well for some reason. Like maybe this person is... Oh, yeah, they're giving me the quote, behind every strong man is a strong woman, or behind every successful man is a strong woman. You could also flip and reverse that. Behind every successful woman is a strong man, something like that. Like healthy relationships can really help to expand your life, your success, your well-being. And that's actually proven statistically. Healthy relationships. Now, unhealthy ones have the opposite effect, right? Unhealthy relationships can cost you money. They can cost you your success. They can cost you your health and well-being. But we're talking specifically about healthy relationships here. And it's been statistically proven that healthy marriages actually help you live longer for both men and women, although significantly longer for men than for women for some reason. They can help you to be more successful in life and more fulfilled and sometimes even more financially stable. So I feel like there's going to be a connection, a very significant connection that you may have been waiting for a while. Maybe you haven't been actively waiting for this, but the universe is kind of like, you just wait, group number 3, you just wait, because they've got this surprise kind of locked and cocked and ready to fire. That's what they're showing me. It's like it's in the barrel. It's like the safety's off. It's ready to go. And that shot is like Cupid's arrow is about to fire and hit you right in the heart, group number 3. And I don't think you see this coming. But they want you to look for a sign about this. Wow, underneath that you have abundance. Look for a sign of abundance. You do have the coins here. So there's something to do with romance and money. Okay, let me get some cards. Because I'm curious about this. Now I'm finna be real nosy here, group number 3. What is going on with this romantic relationship and why is it so connected to the abundance for group number 3? Holy crap, you have the 10 of Pentacles. This is like seriously connected to your luck, your money, your wealth, your stability. Like your finances are going to explode when this person comes in your life. I think it's because they create so much stability for you, or they help you to compromise, or they support you in some way. Maybe they have some connections for you. And it's not like in a nepotistic way or like a insider trading type of way. It's more like this person just helps to stabilize you. And as they stabilize you, you're better able to do your job better, or you're better able to attract more wealth into your life. Or maybe this person is coming in to reflect the love and healing that you've been able to do for you. And maybe they're very wealthy and abundant and they want to share that with you. Maybe that's the way that the universe is kind of like proving to you that you can receive, right? So something like that. But I feel like this person is going to be very helpful. Like they just want what's best for you. They have no ulterior motives. They don't want any kind of conditional exchange. It's really just like, wow, I see your value and I want to help you and I want to give to you and I want to support you. And oh my God, my heart. That's the dream, isn't it? If you're already in a relationship, then this is like you really going into a deeper layer of that and learning to compromise with your partner to really help each other out, to strengthen each other. It's like working together as a team rather than being like you and you, or you versus them. It's more like, how can we work together to solve the problem? Or how can we work together to better ourselves and the relationship? Or how can we work together to enhance our security and our finances and things like that? How can we build a legacy that is very stable, long-lasting, healthy, so that everybody wins? That's really what I'm seeing here. But I feel like, if you're not with someone, then this again, like this is somebody who's going to be coming in very soon for you. I heard in the near future in my head. And that can mean a lot of different things. Like when spirit gives timing, if they say soon or in the near future, that could mean anything from like 2 days from now to 2 years from now or more. Spirit's idea of time is very different and warped from ours because they are in a dimensional existence outside of time, space, and space-time. We're in space-time, they're in time-space. So the perception of time is vastly different. Everything's kind of like more so the now moment, whereas here we experience it in a more linear progression. So anyway, point being is that spirit doesn't really have a clear grasp on what timing is. I mean, they do, but they don't, So I feel like for you, group number 3, this is all happening in divine timing. There is an aspect to it, and spirit is like, it's coming very soon. That's why they're like, oh, you just wait. We have a big surprise planned for you. And this person that's coming in or that you're enhancing your relationship with, it's like it's unlocking something huge for you. So let's get some information about, how this is enhancing this money for you in this way. Okay, you have the Death card. Ooh, interesting. You also have the Page of Cups and the 6 of Swords. And the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I feel like they help you to survey your environment and what's possible for you, and they help to redirect you towards that. It's like they see something that you don't see. You know, if this isn't romantic in nature, although I do feel that energy there, but if that's not specifically for you, like if it's not romantic at all, I feel like this person is just maybe even like a business associate who loves you in a platonic way, and they just like, they see your value, they see your worth, they want to share that. They want to share the resources that they've built within their life with you in a slightly indirect way. It's not like they're going to be giving you money or anything like that. Maybe they will, but I more so see them kind of showing you a way. It's like, here, let me share with you the skills that I know. You know, I know how to do this, and I can see that you have a lot of potential there that you haven't tapped into, so let me help you do that. And I feel like this is kind of leading to you receiving this prize, because it's interesting that I've never gotten this message from this particular death card before, but what they showed me was actually, you know, the cat bringing the mouse and putting it on the mat, and it's like, this is a gift. This is an offer. That's what cats do. If they love you, they will kill something for you and bring it to you because they love you and they want to take care of you. They're like, oh, you're just a big cat who doesn't know how to hunt. Here, let me bring you a dead mouse because I love you and I care about you. You know, it's like this is the sweetness that I'm seeing from this person. This is the offer that they're bringing in. They're like, I want to nourish you. I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you flourish and grow. I want to feed you. I want to clothe you. I want to protect you. I want to help you grow your business, or I want to help you, you know, be successful in life in general. That's what I see from this person. And it comes from a very innocent approach. Like, again, they have no ulterior motives. They have no hidden motivations, nothing. It's really just like, oh, you're awesome. Let me help you. And I feel like I said, they're going to help to redirect you. They're going to help to put you on a path that really does unlock your potential in full, in earnest. And this person is very earnest. I keep getting that feeling of earnestness. Like they're very authentic. Yeah. They're very strong and they're a very successful person. So this could be somebody who's like very good with their money, very successful in business. Very, very financially stable, very financially abundant, this person. And they're coming in trying to help you. And it's through this butterfly effect. It's like a butterfly flapped its wings and all of a sudden there was a connection that was made here and then here and then here and then here and then here. And it kind of came full circle back to you. And somehow you and this person meet. Maybe you bump into them. Maybe, they did just give me the phrase meet cute, which is like a film term or a trope of kind of like a serendipitous meeting where you meet in a very synchronistic type of way. It feels very divinely orchestrated, and you can even tell that story into the future to your kids and your grandkids about, oh wow, you know, I met this person and it was such a divinely orchestrated way, you know, it was meant to be. That's what it feels like, because it is. And it's through this butterfly effect that's happening. And they want you to look for the signs. And they're showing me that coins are the sign, because they showed me the abundance card underneath this with the coins raining from her hand. If you can see that, if it'll focus on the card a bit better. And also the coins card too. So there's something about coins being a significant sign for you. Maybe it's like a synchronicity of seeing coins, or maybe something about paying with coins, or I don't know, poker chips, something. I don't know. Just keep your eyes peeled for anything to do with coins and how that relates to this particular person. Maybe this person collects coins, because they're showing me like a silver minted, like a really thick silver minted collectible coin. Anyway, group number 3. I feel like this person is really going to help you to succeed. By helping you succeed, they're bringing you to a whole nother level of your potential. And as a result, I feel like this is going to be something that really lasts for the rest of your life and helps you to care for yourself, because they showed me the cat licking his own paw. So it's like you're going to be able to nurture yourself. Your sense of internal security becomes greater. Your sense of financial security will improve. And as a result, you will be able to care for yourself more effectively. And it's because this person wants to care for you. because they really see the best in you, and they see your potential, and they see your vision. This could literally be an investor who wants to invest in an idea or a project that you have, get it off the ground, or they want to help to direct it or something like that. Because they showed me the Page of Cups here with the cat looking at that bubble with the fish in it. It's like a dream. It's like a dream or vision that you have, an idea perhaps, something that you're very passionate about. And this person is like, I know how to do that. I know the course to get you there. Or I know the path that you need to take, or I have the resources to help you do it. Here, let me help you do it. And it's kind of like you haven't even seen this potential, but there's something about this person that they see it very clearly, and they're going to give you the information or the resources or the tools that you need to be able to do it. Okay, so I'm really curious about when this is coming in, but I feel like Spirit's going to be like, no, you can't get timing. But I'm just going to try anyway because I'm nosy. So when is the timing of this in the near future for group number 3? When is this person coming in? The 7 of Cups. Could be 7 days. Or seven weeks. I feel those 2 cards as well. Hold on, let me just take a look at these first before I jump to conclusions. The Lovers. Yeah, this is definitely a relationship of some kind. Whether it's platonic or romantic is still kind of, I think, dependent on you and your situation, but it's definitely a connection that is divinely guided. And you have the Chariot. You might meet this person when you're traveling or when you're in transit. It could be short distance trip, long distance trip. Could be when you're in your car or when you're going to get something. Yeah, but I see them with you on a journey. I see them with you, like guiding you through a journey or through a process. I see them helping you to fulfill your dreams. And again, it's like they give you direction so that you can manifest and create your dreams into reality. Now, when it comes to timing, we have 7, 6, 7. 7 of Cups, number 6 is the Lover's card, and then number 7 again with the Chariot. Yeah, it feels a little bit more like 6 to 7 weeks than 6 to 7 days. But yeah, I feel like this person is a companion for you. Like, this is somebody that will go on your life journey with you, whether it's a lover, a romantic partner, or a best friend or something like that. It feels like a very deep soulmate connection. And this person is going to be very helpful in your life. I just keep getting that message. They're going to be very helpful for you, and you're going to be very helpful for them too. Like, it's not a one-way relationship. This person is an angel in your life, yes, and it's very divinely guided. Like, they keep showing me Cupid's arrow, so it does feel like for most of you it's going to be romantic, but I really feel like you offer value to this person as well, because you just being yourself is the value, and they see that, and they want to help support you to be your best self, but also because that just radiates out onto them. Like, you being your best self blesses them. You don't even have to do anything. It's just you being your best self, you living your vision, you living your dream helps to comfort them, and it helps to give them a sense of purpose because they love your passion, they love your purpose. So it's kind of like by supporting you, they find a purpose. That's really cool. I love this energy for you, group number 3. And I keep getting this energy of a journey, movement, or travel. So you might meet this person when you're traveling. It could be in 6 to 7 weeks, if you've planned a trip around that time, or if one kind of happens to come up. Like I said, it could be a short distance trip. It doesn't have to be like you're traveling around the world. The Chariot is a vehicle, usually a car. So it could be a road trip, or it could be, you're running errands or something like that. But this person is like your bestie. So you're very simpatico. You're very much meant to be connected to one another. This may have even been a childhood friend, or there's just like a very childlike, innocent energy to this person. If this isn't a childlike friend, or if this isn't someone you've ever met before, it's definitely just somebody who's very innocent and heartfelt. And very nurturing. Like, I'm getting motherly vibes from them, but they're not necessarily female or feminine. they could have like fatherly vibes, you know. It's just like they're very nurturing. That's what I'm getting. Like they want to feed you. They want to make sure that your needs are met. I love that. Okay. So I felt like I needed to start picking up these cards, and we had that look for the sign, we had abundance, and then we have compromise. So I feel like this person's going to help you compromise and balance some things out. They're going to help you to move forward in this path or on this journey because they show you a way to do it where you don't have to compromise or sacrifice anything that you don't want to. It's like they help you balance things out. And then under that, we have within the next few weeks. And I was getting weeks from these cards, like 6 to 7 weeks is kind of what I'm seeing here. Yeah, 6 to 7 weeks. Emphasis on 7 for sure. And I keep getting this message that you're going to meet them when you're out. You could be running errands. You could be going somewhere to meet up with friends. You could be, like traveling or exploring a new location. Whether it's local or non-local, it feels like you're out and you're doing something. Like you're not meeting this person on a computer. You're not like online or through a dating app or something like that. You're not meeting this person even necessarily through friends. It's more like it's just super random, but it's not random. You know what I mean? It's all connected, but it's gonna seem random. But you guys were meant to be at the same place at the same time, and your souls both just kind of inspired you to be there at the same time. We also have the within the next few months card underneath that, and then underneath that we have opportunity with these coins raining down. Yes, and a big fat yes underneath that. Okay? So I definitely feel like this is connected to coins in some way, whether that's the sign or the symbol, or there's something connected to coins. Or this is just increasing your coins and your finances and your abundance, like your luck and money are going to expand within the next few months. So I feel like within the next 6 to 7 weeks, within the next few months, how many months is in weeks or how many weeks are in months? Oh my God, you guys, I'm so bad at like numbers and time and stuff like that. It just confuses the crap out of my brain. I don't know why. But okay, there's four weeks to a month, 4, 5, 6. So this would be like in a month and a half or so that you might meet this person. And then I feel like within like 2 months, because a few is like 2 rather than 3. So like in the couple of weeks after you meet this person, everything really expands for you and you really start to see your abundance skyrocket. You really feel like you can trust this person. They really prove to you that they care about you and they want to nurture you. They want to support you. I'm getting like Donkey and Shrek vibes from the Chariot for some reason right now. It's like this this could be like a best friend, right? It doesn't have to be romantic, but it's like Donkey just chooses to befriend Shrek and just like, he's like, you're my friend now. And like, and then they go through the rest of their lives together. Like they become best friends because Donkey just refuses to give up and like leave him alone. But they do help each other, you know. Donkey helps Shrek to open up, and that helps his romantic relationships to expand and his community to grow and his fulfillment in life to really take root. And Shrek helps Donkey to feel accepted, even though he's a little bit annoying. But we all love Donkey, so, you know, that's Shrek's opinion, not mine. So yeah, this person, they might love Donkey, they might love Shrek. They might be the type of person who just randomly bursts into song. Because that's the Page of Cups vibe I was getting. The Page of Cups is like very innocent, youthful energy, and that's what I feel from Donkey too. So it might be like they have that type of archetype in their personality where they're just very sort of whimsical or carefree or funny. Yeah, they could be very funny, but I still get that very successful, very grounded, very stable, very nurturing vibe from them as well. So yeah, wonderful person this person feels like, and it's going to happen within the next few weeks. Most likely anyway, and they want you to watch out for the signs because there's going to be some kind of a sign that gives you the indication that like now's the time, and you're going to feel that pull towards a particular location or to go somewhere, and you'll know, like, you won't bypass that. It's going to be very divinely orchestrated, and so you'll just find yourself in that location, or you'll just find yourself meeting this person. It's going to be very divine, and you don't have to worry about it or plan it, because it's like, it's just going to happen, that kind of thing. Like, it's just going to happen. So you don't have to control it. But the reason they're giving you this information today, the reason they've drawn you to this reading, is so that you can have some context for it. Or maybe even that expectation or that little bit of information is going to help you to consciously participate in this process a little bit more. Even though it was going to happen either way, it's kind of like you'll be able to recognize because you've had this information. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given it to you. So there's always a reason for Spirit bringing through information. So yeah, I see this person really bringing in a lot of success into your life and supporting you in ways that you maybe hadn't even ever thought was possible. And I see this really beautiful connection flourishing in the months to come. So yeah, sending you lots of blessings, group number 3. I hope that this comes to fruition in a very divinely orchestrated way and allows you to really thrive and be successful in this life. So many blessings to you, group 3. Thank you for being here. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to learn tarot, I'm going to keep plugging this because the time is now to learn to read tarot. I'm putting on Tarot 101 in January. If you guys are interested in signing up, you will still be able to get the discount until December 15th, 2023. So if that time has passed, unfortunately, it's going to be full price again, but it's really not that expensive. Pricing is in Canadian dollars because I'm Canadian, not American, and the Canadian dollar is not that strong. So it's a good deal to learn how to read tarot. And this is going to be sort of a one-off class that I'm putting on because next year I'm going to be focusing a lot more on the intuitive development course that I'm coming out with, which is going to take up a lot of my time. So if you want to learn to read tarot, this is the time to do it. If you're not able to make it live for the Zoom class, then I do recommend signing up anyway because you'll still get the download afterwards. And if you want to write in questions, I can still answer those live in the Zoom session for you. If not, I will make the recording available, or I'll create a separate recording even that's a little bit more condensed, and I will sell that as a downloadable course on my website, and also I'll upload it to the Soul Family membership tier of the channel here as well. So if you guys want access to it after the fact, you will still be able to receive that. But I definitely recommend getting into the live class because we're going to be able to go more in depth, and it'll be more of a cooperative environment. Okay, so yeah, you guys want to learn tarot? Learn tarot with me. I'm excited to teach, so I hope you guys are excited to learn. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye.